Hello, it is Monday and we are here. Welcome to I am here. I don't know where that came from. Welcome to Fireside Chat with Kimberly. Thank you to Revolution Gelato, the sponsor for this week's talks. Prize packs for this month's contest have been graciously donated by Hodo Foods, Crofters Organics, Follow Your Heart, Cinnaholic, Orgain, Terraseed, and Revolution Gelato. I invite my viewers to enter the monthly contest at virtualvegfest.com and click on the contest tab for details. Entering is super easy just by liking and or subscribing to our social media and Virtual Veg Fest YouTube channel. You're entered to win one of 7. We're up to 7 now. 7 prize packs. We really want you to subscribe to the Virtual Veg Fest YouTube channel. So we are continuing to do 25 entries just for subscribing through the contest link. For those of you who attend regularly, do you have that memorized yet? I don't. And I like to mix it up when we get a new sponsor. I put them in a different spot, so you never know what you're going to get. Hi, Diane. Thanks for being here tonight. I am so excited because I am talking about fall-related things. I love the summer. It's my favorite season. So I'm always sad when summer comes to an end. And here in New Jersey, we consider the end of summer to be Labor Day because that's the season down the shore. For those of you who don't know what that means the beach. That's what we call it here in New Jersey. When you're going to the beach, you're going down the shore, even if the shore happens to be north of you or west or east of you. You're still going down no matter what. But while all that is happening, Starbucks keeps pushing back the fall season and having it start sooner and sooner every year. And pumpkin spice lattes are already out. And I think that happened like a couple of weeks ago. And it's only the second week of September. So what does that mean for us as vegans? What it means is that we still can't drink the pumpkin spice latte. There is dairy in the pumpkin spice mix. And hold on, my computer, SIRI, she thought I was talking to her when I said the word dairy. So sorry about that. So we can't have the pumpkin spice latte. Let me correct that. We do not want the pumpkin spice latte because there is milk in there. Howdy, Rick. Thanks for being here. Welcome to you. So what does that mean for us? Starbucks was considering us, I guess, when they came out with their latest fall beverage, which is the Apple Crisp Macchiato. It's not traditionally vegan, but it can be veganized just by changing out cow milk for plant milk. And I did test it out. It's pretty good. I was expecting it to just be like a syrupy, sugary coffee and, not really taste like coffee, but it actually still tasted like coffee. And it had like kind of a nice apple flavor. There's like an apple puree in there. So that was a nice, pleasant surprise. But what if you really love pumpkin spice? What if you need that in your coffee? Well, here in New Jersey, we have some convenience stores that people love their coffee. So maybe you have one of those too. Or maybe you have a local coffee shop that can do pumpkin spice beverages for you that are vegan. So the convenience stores here, I don't know what the flavor is, but it is not animal based at all. It's like something in the beans, the way it's roasted or whatever. There's nothing added after the fact, the way the pumpkin spice is. So we have Quick Check and we have Wawa, and they both have pumpkin spice coffees that you can get. So that's an option. You can also, from what I've been told, I'll have to test it out this week and I'll post on my social media if it works. I've been told that you can literally take pumpkin spice, like the little jar of pumpkin spice, and kind of sprinkle that into your coffee grounds before you brew your coffee in the morning. So I'm going to test that out. I'm going to try to remember to do it tomorrow morning, and I will post on my Instagram and let you know how it worked. Or if any of you have already done that, please post in the chat and let me know. So there's the coffee, but there's so much more. Here in the Northeast, fall comes with kind of expected activities, things like apple picking, Awesome. Thanks, Butch. If you give it a try, reach out to me and let me know. Let me know what you think. So there are things like apple picking, going to see the leaves, or as they call the tourists who come up to Vermont in Family Guy, the leafers, the people who come to look at all the different colors in the trees. So there's the leafers that come to look at the trees. We go apple picking up here. We go pumpkin picking here. And that is amazing and sounds like a completely vegan activity, right? Apples and pumpkins are vegan. Well, yes, but a lot of the farms here, they also have animals. And it'll either be kind of like in a petting zoo situation, not like petting zoo is not the right phrase, but it'll be a farm where even if they aren't raising animals, as commodities, they may have some animals at the farm. And they find that to be super fun when the families bring their kids to go pumpkin picking and apple picking, right? Oh, who doesn't want to see some farm animals? So it's important that you're careful and you're picking farms that don't exploit animals that way too. Because I've seen some of these farms. I've been to these farms and the animals are in small enclosures. Children are able to stick their fingers in and poke them or touch them. They're not really supervised. Who knows what if people are feeding them something? Oh, isn't this fun to like feed this cow or this goat, like, I don't know, whatever snack I brought for my kid, like goldfish or something, right? So like, who knows what those animals are experiencing when they're just, I mean, here in New Jersey, probably thousands of people over the season that come to these farms. So it's really important that if you're looking to go apple picking or pumpkin picking, that you check out the farm first before you go. On the website, sometimes they will mention that they have animals available to, what would they even put there? Animals available to see, to pet. I'm not sure. But it's important to check that. And if it's not on the website, just give them a call and let them know that you're just, checking if they have animals. And then it's up to you. If they say yes, we have animals, to entertain your kids, then you can have a conversation with them if you want to, or you can let about why maybe that's not a great idea, or you can let them know that you won't be coming because they have animals, or I guess you can just not say anything, right? We're all different. We all approach our veganism differently. And if you're not the type of person to say something, there are others of us who will. So maybe share with if you're in a Facebook group, a local Facebook group for vegans, and you know that there's a farm that has animals and also has apple picking or pumpkin picking or something like that. And maybe you just let the group know, like, hey, don't go to this farm. They've got animals. I see that a lot in my local vegan groups as well. And people also, asking, has anyone found a farm that doesn't have animals? So check that out for sure. And don't be afraid to ask questions, and make sure that you do it beforehand, so that you're not, spending money in a place that is exploiting animals when you could have gone to a place that isn't. So that's my suggestion there. And I love apple picking and pumpkin picking. My husband and I kind of have a tradition ever since we started dating. We would do kind of a full day thing where we would go apple picking, pumpkin picking, sometimes at the same farm, sometimes not, in the day, but we would kind of travel around New Jersey and New York, and Pennsylvania. And then at night of that same day, we would go do like a haunted house, which is super fun. We obviously didn't get to do it last year. It was the first time since we've been together, we didn't get to do it. And that was really sad. But obviously because of COVID, that wasn't an option. And this year we're not going to do it for that same reason. Even people who are vaccinated are getting sick. So, and in these haunted houses, you can be like right on top of people, strangers, you're like in these small enclosed spaces, you have to push through tunnels, and it's super duper fun. If you want to be scared, but know that you're safe. Those are a really good time. I love them. And I really, really hope that by next year, it's something that we can do again because it is so much fun. There are also escape rooms that are, I mean, there's escape rooms available all year round, but there are also escape rooms that are Halloween themed too. So as we move into, as we get closer to Halloween, you might want to keep that in mind because they're super fun. I've never been to one that involved animals. I've never been to one that even was on land that included animals. So I think you're pretty safe there. But of course, always double check. I like to, if I'm going to a new place where there's a potential that they could find a way to use animals, and exploit them, I always try to check into that. But so far, that's been a pretty safe bet. So you guys are all pretty quiet tonight. What do you think? Do you have other suggestions about maybe some fun fall activities that you can do? And I have a couple more, but I want to, try to get you guys involved too. Some fun activities that you can do without, that are super vegan friendly. So if you're going pumpkin picking, you can, if you get big enough ones, you can also cut a jack-o'-lantern, right? So get some stencils, create some stencils yourself, make a fun face in your pumpkin. And when you scoop out the seeds, don't throw them away. You can eat those. So you want to get all the stringiness off of them and you just roast some pumpkin seeds and they are amazing. So now you're not wasting it because I know that when we use pumpkins as decoration, they often end up in the garbage. And so they're just rotting in the garbage or sometimes on your front porch. And I know squirrels and other wild animals like to to chomp on them. So if you have a space where you can kind of toss them maybe in the back of your backyard or something, when they are done, then you can, when you're done enjoying their pumpkinness, you can always just kind of leave them for the animals to enjoy because they do. Also, you can visit a farm sanctuary. Many of them are open right now, and they are open through October, a lot of them, for visits. They do tours. Definitely check your local farm sanctuary to see what they are up to. Many of them also have volunteer opportunities. So you have to reach out to them directly to check, one, if they are taking volunteers right now, and two, what the availability is, exactly what's entailed. It is manual labor, but at least here in the Northeast, the weather's starting to get a little bit cooler. It's not as humid and it's not as hot. So it's really pleasant to be outside and really moving around. Plus you're surrounded by amazing animals and other people who love them as much as you do. So, I mean, if that's not one of the best days you could have ever, I don't know what is. Also, of course, Veg Fests. Yes, there are so many Veg Fests going on. So definitely check the virtual Veg Fest page and the Veg Fest Expos page, I believe it is. Feel free to put any links there, virtual Veg Fest, if you'd like, for any of the upcoming Veg Fests that you've got going on. But yeah, also check your local area for any Veg Fests that are happening near you. The virtual Veg Fests are, or not the virtual, I'm looking at in the comments, I'm looking at virtual Veg Fest. There are upcoming Veg Fests and, definitely, yes, there we go. It is vegfestexpos.com. I think we've got some in Tennessee, certainly North Carolina, but visit that website to get all the latest information. And yes, there is going to be a Veg Fest in New Jersey in November. So definitely, like I said, pull up the Google, see what's what in your local area. Helene also had a great suggestion. Thank you, Helene. You can give your pumpkins to a sanctuary. Because have you ever seen a pig who's going to town on a pumpkin? I am so sorry. It just I heard it was coming out and then there it was. pigs really enjoy pumpkins, and I'm sure there are other animals too, but that's the one that I have seen. I've seen pigs like really just get into just tearing into a pumpkin, and they just really enjoy it. And it's just so much fun to watch, or even to know. You don't have to be there, just to know that you provided this entertainment and some food to these precious animals. Such an awesome idea. Thank you for that, Helene. Also, if you're going apple picking, sure, you can just eat apples out of hand. I mean, they're like perfect that way, right? But what if you also turn them into treats like apple pie, apple cobbler, apple crisp, apple cider? Um, I've made apple cider in my crock pot. If I find the recipe, I'll share that somewhere. But I just put all the apples, cut them up, put them into with some spring water and some cinnamon sticks and some other. You can use like those mulled spices that I think are also often used in wine. You can mull wine, but you can also mull some apple cider. So you put that in your crock pot and just let that go for like all day. And oh my gosh, does your house smell amazing? It's a little cinnamony and appley, and it's just so, so good. And then you've got this satisfaction, right? That not only have you picked these apples, but you also have created this delicious little experience for yourself, either through making a really tasty dessert or by turning it into a lovely beverage. Oh, and corn mazes. So at a lot of these farms, they will also have corn maze options, and those can be fun. You can get lost. And you can spend a lot of time trying to find your way out of there. So hopefully one of you in your group has a good sense of direction, so you don't spend too much time feeling stuck in the corn maze. But it's really fun. I love it. It's just so nice. The smells of like the farm between hay and apples and pumpkins. It's just, and the smell, like the air here in New Jersey changes as the leaves change. And it's just a completely different experience. It's just really wonderful and beautiful. And I, despite being, a super summer baby, am really looking forward to that. So what do you guys think? Got any other suggestions for me? I think those are all of, oh, and here she goes again. Sorry about that. I don't know why my virtual assistant is so helpful tonight. Well, anyway, thank you all for being here. As always, it is such an honor for me to be here doing this work, talking to you and sharing my love for all things vegan. It really is one of the best parts of my week. By the way, I'll see you again on Wednesday for the vegan stew. I am hosting this week's episode. We're talking about body shaming. So I did have an episode here on Fireside Chat about that very same thing. But now you'll not just get to hear my perspective, you'll get to hear the perspective of 5 other vegan ladies as well. So definitely check that out. You can get the vegan stew on my Facebook page, Did You Bring the Hummus? Also the Vegan Stew and Virtual Veg Fest YouTube channels and Facebook page as well. I hope to see you there, and I definitely hope to see you back here next Monday. I look forward to it. Have a great night and a great week.